Padres hosting the Cubs. The Cubs are plus 145 on the money line. The Padres are minus 175. Over under 8.5 runs. Cubs getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 140, meaning if you bet them that way, they win this game outright, you win. They lose by one, you win. And the Padres laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 115, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. Head to head, the road team is 7-3. The Padres are 6-4 against the Cubs in their last 10. The favorite is 5-5 on the money line. The favorite or the underdog getting or laying runs is 5-5. There's been one-run game in their last 10 meetings, and obviously it was a game that the underdog won. The under has hit in their last 7 games. The under is 8-2, and the under 8.5 runs specifically is 7-3. As of right now, the wind is blowing out towards right center field at 9.2 miles per hour. It's probably going to change the closer we get to first pitch tomorrow, so use a site like covers.com. It'll allow you to look at all these stats that I just read off, the individual player stats, hitters, batters, fielding, whatever, and it'll show you a map of the stadium and which direction the wind is blowing and what the speed is. Now, both of these pitchers did pitch against the opposing team. Hendricks pitched once against the Padres. It was last year. 8 2/3 of shutout baseball. They won that game 6-0 in San Diego, and he struck out 7 batters in that game. The Cubs are 1-1 in his 2 starts this season. He's averaging 4 2/3 innings pitched and 4 strikeouts per game in those games. Snell pitched once against the Cubs this year. 5 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned. They lost that game 6-0, and that was in Chicago. And he struck out 5 batters in that game. The Padres are 2-8 as a team with Snell on the mound. He's averaging 5 innings pitched and 5.2 strikeouts per game in those games. In the series that they've played against each other this year, the Cubs won the last game 7-1. The Padres won the game before that 6-0. The Cubs won the game before that 2-1. The Cubs won the game before that 5-2. The Padres won the game before that 5-3. And the Cubs won the game before that 6-0. All of those games were this year, and the Cubs are 4-2 against the Padres this season so far. The Cubs are 2-2 in their last 4 and 4-6 in their last 10. 7 runs, 3 runs, 6 runs, 8 runs, 3 runs and a loss, 2 runs and a win, shutout and a loss, 7 runs and a win. The Padres also 2-2 in their last 4, but they are 5-5 in their last 10. 11 runs, 3 runs, 6 runs, 8 runs, 10 runs and a win, 1 run and a loss, 6 runs and a win, 1 run and a loss. Snell is one of these guys that, in my opinion, I don't really trust him when he's on the mound, so I generally tend to go the other direction. So I'm going to take the Cubs with the money line. I'm going to take the Cubs getting the runs, and I know that everything says to take the under in this game because when they play each other, these games go under, so that's what I'm going to do. It's just with him on the mound, I'm a little worried that the game may go over, but I'm going to trust the numbers. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.